Welcome back to From the Ground Up, a YouTube mini-series showing you the progress from mine and my wife Aga's house build here in Poland. If you're joining us for the first time, here's a summary of where we're at so far.
Officially begun. There's a big hole in the ground.
Foundations are there, ready to be poured full with concrete. So here we go.
Now all of that and that episode seems like quite a long time ago. I've got to apologise. We've been really busy. Professionally, personally, it's been really difficult to be able to find the time to get this episode 2 together. So much has changed. I just want to timestamp this by saying we are recording this today on November the 17th, but much of the footage that you're going to see is from back in August and September. And, you know, when we last left you, the house was nothing. It was a hole in the ground. I can tell you, and you will see in future episodes, that the house right now is pretty much there. The roof's getting put on, we've got windows, we've got doors. It's really, really exciting. But let's go back a few months. So as you can see, we got the foundations laid, and the next step was getting the concrete slab poured in. So as you might be able to see, we live in an area which is, let's put it, developing. The roads aren't quite where we'd like them to be yet. It's a little bit bumpy, it's a little bit rocky, it's largely dirt tracks. There's some sort of concrete slabs around. And it's okay. We usually get around absolutely fine in a regular family hatchback type car. It's great until one of your concrete trucks gets stuck in the sand. Luckily it didn't take too long until the concrete truck was out of the sand, back on our land, and the rest of the concrete slab was laid. So the concrete is down. Fantastic. The builders are away for a little while and we'd earned a few days rest, or at least we thought we had. Now, I hope I'm not alone in knowing this, or as the case may be, not knowing this. But for concrete to maintain its strength and for it not to crack, it requires watering, regular watering. That'll be all well and good, apart from we don't have a constant water supply to our land just yet. So we had to organise water tanks, fill those water tanks, which again, as you can imagine, getting 1,000 litres of water when you don't have a water supply is tough. And then after that, we have to water the concrete itself. So today's one of those days where, I'm not going to lie to you, quite hungover really. It's a Saturday, we were at a family birthday party last night and you know, it was a heavy one. But of course we have to come and now do something that I never knew was a thing, which is water concrete. So we've had to do that with our, the bits that went in the ground initially. The foundations, obviously that's the word, sorry, hangover brain. In the foundations. But now we have to come and do it for the plate as well. Of course, sod's law, as soon as we'd watered it today, it started raining. And also the concrete got put down on the hottest day of the year, so we've had to do it a lot more. We don't have a water supply, so this is what we have. We have 2 tanks. Our neighbours have been very nice enough to let us pump some water from their rain runoff water storage thingy, and we've been filling these 2 tanks, and then we have a pump. We've got our power cable, which has to go about 100 metres to get some power, and then we can water everything. So I mean, I'm not just letting Aga do all the work, I have been doing a little bit, but to be fair, building manager, she's been doing all the work. Look at her go. Look at her go. So this all happened around the end of July. Now we knew that the next stage was going to be, they'd be putting walls up for the ground floor, and then they were going to have to lay another concrete slab for the first floor. That would mean we'd be back every day for a good few days, watering it, making sure it maintains its rigidity and doesn't crack. So we thought this would probably be a great time for us to take a little bit of time, maybe even a summer holiday, and go and visit my parents in Cornwall. So as we were in Cornwall and we couldn't get any more footage of what was going on in the building site, we thought this would be a great time to show you another stage of the house build process, the actual design itself. Now, one of the pros of building your own house is that, well, you have a lot of freedom. We started out going to a Polish website called Archon, where we could buy a basic plan of a house with all the architectural designs and a basic layout. And Aga, being an interior designer, was able to adapt that, change that so it would suit our needs.
So on the left here, we've got the original design of the house in the plans from Archon, and on the right, we've got the designs that Aga's sort of changed and made it suit us, because that's the whole point. We're living in this house. It needs to suit us going forward as well as now, because, you know, we're here for a long time.
So the main things that we moved was pantry. I wanted to be bigger than in original project. Then we also moved shower room to make it a little bit bigger than original project as well. It all required to move the entrance door into a different place, as well as removing a garage gate and placing a window in there, because we are going to have a home office in there instead of a garage.
So let's go into the design software and let's have a little look and see how we've designed it. I say we've designed it, how Aga's designed it. I have just said yes or no to things. So right hand side of the front door, we've got like a nice shoe cabinet. This is what we had when we lived in Reading, but that was, you came straight into the living room, so it was carpet, which was a little bit less desirable. And then talk to us about the bathroom placement and the stairs.
We closed off the stairs with the wall to make sure that the sun doesn't travel as much, and also to give us a bit more space to expose some art, which is very important for me. And also under the stairs, we created like a little dog house for our future rescue dogs, and a space for coats and shoes. We've got a little shower room, which is perfect because if we're coming back from the walk with the dog, it can go straight in it and the mess is not being spread around the house. So we've got a walk-in shower with a wall instead of shower glass, because I hate watermarks and I hate nagging people to get rid of them. So this is like something to make sure that we're going to be happy forever and after.
Now, let's talk about this little storage bit, because this is going to be a hidden door, which excites me. It's not going to be a hidden bookcase door. That would just be silly, but it's still going to be a hidden door.
It was a bit of an accident, but I made it work because I wanted this pantry to be really functional, so we can have as many shelves as possible. And the shape of it created like an awkward space behind this the fridge. What's great, it's exactly next to the entrance door, so that's a perfect space for Hoover, muddy shoes, dog leads, and all the dirty things you don't want, inside the house.
And it is behind our American fridge, which is something you're very excited about. And it's next to the kitchen island.
Yes, so kitchen island was another very important thing for us. We love sitting together on the bar stools and work or chat. Basically, we spent our life on these in our parents' houses, so we decided we need it.
And so looking out as well from the kitchen island where we can sit and work, we're going to have a nice view.
I knew we need a window in a kitchen, so I decided let's do 2-in-1. Instead of having a splashback, we'll have a window, which also is perfectly aligned with the size of the worktop, so it will look like one design.
We've already been to the house with there's now walls, there's the hole in where there should be a splashback, so the window, and we get a very nice view of the woods at the end. It's next to the double ovens, which is a new decision. We were going to have a single oven, and I am pushing for a double because I think, it's good to do it now before it's too late and we've already got a kitchen. And a nice, easy to clean, again, everything is easy to clean induction hob. So it's going to be a really nice space to sit and work in.
Exactly, because this window is exactly on your eye line when you sit by the bar, which is really nice, and I just think it ticks all the boxes. So.
And talking of ticking all the boxes, pantry. because you spoke in episode 1 already about how, I think the exact things you said, everyone is going to be jealous of the pantry.
And here is a pantry, and everyone will be like, I'm so jealous you've got a pantry, and I'll be like, yes, that was the most important bit of this house.
So tell us why.
Yes, so my pantry is not going to be like awkward size, it's a perfect size. It's very comfortable. So as you can see, there is a part that is very visible from the kitchen or the dining area, and on these shelves we're going to have a beautiful jars with all the food nicely organized and nicely exposed. But obviously everyone has loads of nasty stuff in the kitchen which don't look very pretty, like
Coasters, kettles, coffee machines,
all these
microwaves.
things which you don't really want to be on show because they are not the prettiest.
Air fryers, slow cookers, popcorn machines,
All of these are going
juices,
to be on the
blenders.
on the side, so they are not so visible, but still you can easily access them.
And they're not taking up really expensive cupboard space and drawers that you have to pay loads of money to get put in, but then they end up filling up with stuff which is really difficult to access.
Exactly. So our kitchen units are basically drawers, drawers, drawers. There's not many cabinets because shelves are quite messy.
Let's picture it. It's a Sunday afternoon, it's raining outside. I am cooking a Sunday roast. Where are you going to be sat?
So I designed this window and this kitchen bench to be able to recreate the scene from Friends, and I'm going to sit like Joey, being a bit sad because it's rainy, and I'm going to look in this window sitting on this bench.
That window won't open because of the recuperation system we're going to have. Not all the windows are going to open because it's all about recycling the air that's in the house, heated or cooled down, that we've already paid for. So you're not going to fall out, firstly. But secondly, it's a nice sort of benched area and there'll be lots of storage underneath as well. And that will be next to the nice circular dining table.
Yes, that was another must-have. Obviously, circle is a perfect shape and looks beautiful. It's very elegant, comfy, and you can squeeze a lot of people around. The other thing I forgot to tell you, I don't know if you realize, if we ever organize a bigger party and we've got loads of people to come, my idea was that you can move this table to the bench, and then you've got, you know, like more space to host nice parties.
And that is, of course, next to our lovely, snuggly living room.
Yes, we didn't want it to be very open and big. We on purpose wanted to be nice, cozy and small because that's the place where we're going to sit in the evening.
So we'll have a nice space to sort of sit and chill. Aga's got her dream armchair in there, which she saw in a cafe recently and couldn't think of anything else. So we've got that there. It's going to be really comfy. We've just got to find a sofa. And we're going to have, you know, the standard IKEA Billy bookcases that would be nice for displaying things as well. So that's the, like, you know, that's the main workings of the downstairs of the house, which is really pleasant, functional, which is important, but comfy, and it'll suit us, and you know, we'll be able to grow with it.
Yes.
And then the final bit to show is, instead of converting a garage into an office, we've started with the garage as an office. So we're not putting in a big garage door or anything. We've gone straight for putting in a window, bricking it up, and this is going to be my space. As you can see, Aga likes everything really nice and tidy. So this is where I can be untidy. I can be myself, my true self. And it backs onto the utility space. And that is the downstairs. It's going to be an amazing space, and we cannot wait to get to this stage. Of course, if you follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube, you're going to get to see it, hopefully at this stage, fingers crossed, within a year.
So as I record this, we have walls now, we have floors, we even have doors. Our windows got fitted this week. Our roof is going on, it's currently a membrane and a grid. We've got our interior walls, we've got electricians coming in a couple of weeks starting installations, we've got plumbers coming in a couple of weeks starting installations. Before we know it, it'll be early 2023, we'll be getting plumbing put in, we'll be getting, I don't know, plastering done, we'll be getting everything done. We've already started a little bit of work on the garden, trying to plan that, so when we do move in next summer, hopefully next summer, we'll be ready, we'll have a lovely space to live in, and not just live in but enjoy as well. So I do apologise that it's taken so long to get episode 2 of From the Ground Up out, but please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching this, and stay tuned for future updates on our house build.